everybody. Hi, my name is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the business plug. And every Sunday, I can't say every Sunday because that would not be the truth. So on Sundays, on some Sundays, we come on and we have business conversations with business people for business people. And we just talk about what's going on. And today is no different. Today, I have my friend all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, Sherre Bishop on. She's in the house. You all, we may even get to see Sistah Willie Ruth. We don't know. We don't know anything about what's going to happen right now. But what we are going to talk about is we're going to talk about the woman in the mirror. Oh my gosh. You're going to want to lean into this. Get your bestie, get your friends. You're going to want to be involved in this conversation. It is going to be a great one. But before we get to that, I have to do my housekeeping, right? So I have to tell you about, and today, my background today is acting all janky. Things are just happening, and we're just going to go with it. But today, I want to tell you about if you are a business who's been in business for 2 years or more and you're interested in getting contracts, grants, or loans, and you feel like, oh my goodness, they're asking all these questions and I don't know what the answers are, or you're trying to get certifications and you're like, okay, I looked at the application, oh my goodness, I don't know what they are saying. Well, reach out to me at getthebusiness.org. Wherever you're listening to this, there's a link there for you to contact me and let's have a conversation, see how I can help you. I know it can be convoluted for people who don't understand the language. I have helped hundreds, and I can say hundreds now, of businesses get certified and get their access to grants, contracts, and loans. So yeah, we're talking about getting hundreds of thousands of dollars in loans or in grants or in funding, period. It's capital readiness. And if you're ready to have that conversation, reach out to me and let's get started. If you would like to be on the Business Plugs Mixer, you're welcome to come in and let's talk about what you do and how you do it. I am always looking for guests. And so if you're an interesting person who think that you need more eyes, more ears on you and your business or what you're doing, your activity, then reach out to me at getthebusiness.org under Contact Us. Or contact Linda, I think it says. So yeah, with all that done, I can my team will be happy. And now I want to introduce you to my special guest. I'm so glad we haven't seen each other, I don't think, since 2017 when we first met. But we've been in contact over these years, and it's going to be great to see her again and hug her neck. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to my stage, Sherre Bishop. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. How are you? You can't hear me? I can hear you. Are you having hearing problems? Sherre? I can hear you moving.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. I can't hear you. I don't know what happened since we started, but
I can hear you clearly.
some reason I don't hear you.
That is amazing. I don't know what that is. It's showing that it's on.
That's the thing with technology. It works fine.
It works fine until it doesn't.
Then when you're trying to do something,
it works fine until it doesn't.
My audio is all the way up, and but I can't hear you.
That is amazing. All my buttons are on.
Last time I looked up at the top when someone couldn't hear me, and up at the top along the stuff that's up there, I hit something up there and it worked.
All mics are on.
Because I'm unmuted, even in my settings, my mic and camera are on, but I can't hear you at all.
That is so weird. That is so weird.
And I don't know why that is.
I have no idea. So we go.
There we go. Whatever you just did, I heard. So we're gone, and then you cut it off. Whatever you just did.
You heard we're gone. Nothing's off. I don't have anything off.
You just hit something and said, "So we're gonna," and then you cut it back off.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna make it do what it do. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. All my buttons are on. All my buttons are on. Mic is on. Everything's on. So please introduce yourself. And that's what I was getting ready to type. Please introduce yourself.
So your mic is unmuted down there at the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay, what about up there at the top? You see a little camera or something up there?
Everything's
No?
open. It's down at the bottom. Everything's open. It's working. I don't know.
Well, press your camera on and off or something. Maybe if it kind of refreshes, it'll do something.
I have no idea. I can hear you clearly.
Maybe you have to go all the way back to the beginning, because I had to go back to settings and then click Safari and make sure that my microphone and camera allow access. And my microphone was actually on Ask Me first. And I changed it from Ask Me to Allow.
I can hear.
It should be, well, I saw where you muted and unmuted it, but
it's open.
And it's still not. I don't know.
I can hear you.
Oh.
I think you're in an area that has poor reception.
Let me see. Let me find something here.
I don't know what's happening, you all. This is technology. This is what it is.
I'm Googling unmute StreamYard host and see what I get.
I can hear you clearly. You can't hear me. Let me call you and maybe we can do it that way. Hold on.
Okay, to unmute a host in StreamYard, click the mute, unmute microphone located at the bottom of the screen. We've done that. Okay, on your browser, if the mic is on but still no sound, right click on the browser tab. Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
So we're going to do this thing. I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, well, let's do it that way.
Let's do it that way.
Okay, we're ready.
It's not causing an echo because it's not picking up for whatever reason.
Okay, all right, perfect.
I said, I can hear her clearly. She can't hear me. So if you will, tell my audience who you are.
I am Sherry Bishop. Well, I'm actually two people. I am Sherre Bishop, the speaker storyteller, and I am Sistah Willie Ruth Johnson, the comedian, who is a Southern Big Mama character who does a lot of comedy around the U.S., but it's pretty much Bible wrapped in fun. Hey, sugar, how y'all doing? So that's who I am. I like to think, Linda, that I am a bridge builder. I try to connect people to laughter through my comedy, and I try to connect people to a better perspective about whatever it is that they're trying to connect to through the gift of laughter, and then I try to connect them to resources. So that's me in a nutshell.
I love that. And we met. I don't even remember how we met. But we
I
met.
was going to ask you that very thing. How did we meet?
But we've known
How did
each
you
other.
find me when I came to Chattanooga for your conference that you
That was in
had?
2017.
Yes.
So that was 9 years ago.
Wow.
And I have no idea. I have no idea. I find people or people find me, however it happens. But I always meet the people I need to meet when I need to meet them. And
Well,
I don't know if some
that's God's divine intervention.
it is. And you know what? I was just thinking there's a Fred and Cynthia, and I forget their last names, but they used to have, I think Fred was the one that told me I needed to check you out. You had been a guest for their church or for them. And I think
I think that's what it was.
now that I think about it, because at first I was like, I don't even meet her. I don't even know. But I think it was Fred and Cynthia. They used to have their name.
Oh yeah, I know Fred and Cynthia. Yes.
Yeah, I think
that's exactly
that's how I met you. It's through them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. But it's been 9 years, and we had a ball when you were here. So
and that's amazing, and we've stayed connected.
9 years later, we're still here.
Yes, still here.
Absolutely. So tell them, like, we are bringing you to Chattanooga to talk about the woman in the mirror. And
oh my God,
I look at that as a self-care kind of deal, because we as women are meant to be nurturers and supporters and helpmates and all the things. And sometimes the self-care is where we fall short.
I think you're exactly right, sis. When you look back into our history as women, even back to, I'm going past our big mama, our grandmothers. I'm talking about all the way back into slavery. We've always been the beast of burden, where we wear so many hats. We always have had to multitask. I mean, we're expected to get married, have babies. Whether we do that or not, we're always still taking care of somebody else's children.
Exactly.
We have to go so we got to be super women. We got to be super women in the boardroom, super women at home, and then you got to keep your figure and make sure you're still looking like something. So it's a juggling act, and we have to be counselors, nurturers. I mean, the list goes on. We have so much to do, and so that's why I was so excited about this theme, the woman in the mirror, because so many people out here are crazy. No, that's politically incorrect. I did not say that. That was the comedian side of me saying that. But so many of us are mentally challenged or depressed or stressed. I've even talked to some women who've even been suicidal.
Oh, mercy.
Because we are walking around functioning. It's like a functional depression.
Yeah.
Where we're so used to carrying the load of the cares and concerns of life that we wear this mask. The poet from the Harlem Renaissance, Paul Laurence Dunbar, had a poem that I liked that said, "We wear the mask that grins and lies. It hides our face and shades our eyes. We wear the mask." And I'm not talking about the pandemic. We wear a mask when we're hurting. We still smile. Yeah. And we're used to saying, if I say, "Linda, how are you doing?"
"I'm good."
Yeah. And we're not.
And life is falling apart behind that smile.
And it's okay not to be okay. And so that's why I was so excited about this theme, the woman in the mirror. We need to address our issues. I'm not going to go so deep into the mental aspects of who we are in the mirror. I'm going to go from the biblical perspective and try to just show us You know, the stage, when you look at a play or a movie, the stage is a place that lets you see what we might look like in life.
Yeah.
And it teaches us something. And so I'm going to bring some of that up. But
I love it.
that woman in the mirror, if we could just address our unaddressed issues, and as Linda said, that involves self-care, that involves being transparent, finding somebody who can be your safe space to talk to and tell them what you're dealing with and get the help you need. You know, Linda, there used to be a lot of shame attached to going to a therapist. I mean,
Absolutely.
we take our cars in to get them maintenance.
You can look at
And
any
I
part of the
actually
Bible.
had someone who was in ministry to say to, well, I have an even better story and a shorter one too. I used to be a member of this church, and I was in college at that time, and I was dealing with depression. I didn't have a label for it because I didn't know it had a label. I just knew that I was pretty much in a melancholy spirit much of the time. And I went to this Bible study at a nearby church, and we were sitting around in a circle, and I thought I was in a safe space. And I told them that I had been depressed, and before I could finish getting that out of my mouth to tell them some of the things I was dealing with, one of the ladies said, "Oh, honey, where is your faith?" And she went on quoting all these scriptures. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. I mean, she went on and on, the evidence of things not seen. And then the others chimed in, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. I felt 2 feet tall when she got through. And that's not what we should be doing. That's not what we should be doing. And when I don't think sometimes we know how to care for one another as sisters. Absolutely. I don't think we know. And that incident was proof of that.
I think we lose having an empathetic ear, like being empathetic with each other, and not necessarily saying we've been through that or we know how that person feel, but just sometimes just listening and shutting up, like not offering advice or offering anything more than love and a hug and support. And sometimes quiet support is the best.
Exactly. Just your presence. I was in a room when a very well-respected educator was counseling a parent. And this parent was a grandparent that's trying to raise her grandchild. And she was in tears, and she said, "I don't know how to help her with her math. I never even learned how to read, and I just can't." And this expert told her, and I'll never forget it. She said, "Ma'am, all you have to do is be present. Sit there with her and be present and encourage her and tell her she can do it. Your presence." And that connects back to what you just said, Linda. A lot of times when you're with someone who's hurting or going through something, you don't have to be the fix-it committee. You don't have to have statistics and even scriptures. Just be there.
Yes.
Be there.
Yes.
Be present.
And that's the thing. Yeah. And as sisters, right? Because we all, one of my things I just don't understand is how we immediately say, "I don't like her," and not even know her, but we'll say, "I don't like her. I don't like her. It's something about her." Well, what does she do to you? "Oh, nothing. I just don't like her." What is that? I mean, you know what I'm saying? To get to that point where we have no compassion for one another.
I think, Linda, I think we're experiencing, I mean, I am not a philosopher.
Me either.
Or a psychic. No. But my senses tell me that we are, throughout the world, it's a global type of, I won't say depression, but there's a global funk over the world. And it trickles down from the top, from on the national level, where they're fighting there. And that's all we see on TV and all we hear about. It trickles down into our communities, into our families, into our office settings, and again, marriages, families. And now you see so much we are a polarized society right now. Families are polarized,
Yeah.
races racially polarized, and everybody is explosive almost. Scroll, if you don't believe me, go on social media and scroll down some of the comments. And
Yeah.
one lady worked for a hair club, and she posted, "Don't go for these gimmicky places. We know what we're doing here. Come and try us out." And they tore that lady up, saying
I,
so many things horrible to her that she said, "I apologize. I'm a manager of a hair transplant place. I didn't mean to offend anybody." And she hadn't offended anybody.
I saw
I
the
mean,
same
people are
thing.
just, Jamie Foxx, Tracy Morgan got out of a car and he had a slight limp. Now, we all know he had been in a wreck,
Right.
Walmart truck or something. And the comments they made about, he's walking like something's wrong with him. What's wrong with him? How old is he? It's like, it's almost like evil is everywhere and we go out of our way to be evil. But there's a scripture, and I can't quote it right now, but it talks about, don't spend your time with idle words, bickering over idle words. Matthew 6:33 says we should seek ye first the kingdom, and that's
That
not
right
kingdom
there.
business,
That's
cutting
not.
people down and being evil.
I
And
saw this. I saw this young man in Memphis, and he is the new anchor, young man. And he got on and he said, "Hi, my name is. I'm going to be on early morning and weekdays." And then at the bottom he said, "Hey, Grandma, look, I'm on TV." Oh my goodness!
The comments that they said, they were welcome to Memphis, and they just messed him all the way. He said, "You all are being hard on me." And I was like, "Oh my goodness." All because he told his grandmother, "Hey, Grandma, I'm on TV."
Hey,
You know what?
it's crazy. It is.
This right here, the example that you just gave, is another reason why what we were talking about earlier about unaddressed issues. This is why I tell people you have to address your issues, because you're not going to get it. Your rescue is not coming. You're not going to get it
It's
from
not.
other people. You're not going to
No.
get it, because even the people that claim to be with you, once you do one thing out of line or finally
That's it.
find that one thing that sets them off, they're going to turn on you, and your secrets and your words that you share with them are going to become weapons against you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have to deal with your unaddressed issues, whether it's self-esteem or whatever your fears are. And so that when you go into rooms, you can bring your whole self into the room.
Absolutely.
I heard that phraseology of bring your whole self into the room from a woman who was in sales, and they were trying to figure out how she got to be so successful. And they said, you got to bring your whole self into the room. Now, you know me, Linda. I pulled her over at the end. I said, tell me some more about that. And she said, what I mean is, it's hard to go into the room to ask somebody for money. But if you get comfortable with who you are and what you're trying to achieve, and get your goal and objective clear in your mind, and get comfortable with yourself, and know that you're not there to hurt anybody, you're not there to lie to anybody, you're not there to be deceitful, and what you're trying to meet an end and be clear about what your end is, she said, then you take your whole self into the room and go in boldly and boldly ask for what you want.
Absolutely.
And that's what we have to do. We can't count on other people to give us what we need. Even when
No.
I'm on the stage to do comedy, I used to look around like, oh, that person was funny. Oh, I don't belong here. You know, that what do you call that, imposter?
Yeah, imposter syndrome.
Yes. And so I had to learn, whether people laugh or not, whether they respond or not, I bring myself into the room. And as my comedy mentor says, he said, just have fun, Sherry. So that's what I go, and I have fun with whatever it is I
Absolutely.
have to do. I take my whole self into the room.
Absolutely. Being completely in the room. I get it.
Yes.
I invite people who I like, who I work with. I like them to bring their whole selves. And a lot of times they'll say, "Oh, I got the cat walking across the screen, or the kids are yelling, or the husband's calling, or whatever's in the background." They'll be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no. Anybody I work with, I want them to be 100% present. And if that includes the kids yelling, the cat across the screen, and the husband in the background, whatever that is, because until we get to there, I'm only dealing with you partially. And for the work we have to do, I need you to show up 100%. And
That
so,
makes that makes the person seem more authentic and more genuine rather than
yeah,
robotic and staged with everything perfect. Yeah,
yeah.
I get it.
Perfection is an illusion that is created by fashion and the makeup artist. It is definitely not a real life. It is there
Yes,
so that they can sell products. That's the way they sell products. And so
exactly,
there's no perfection in real life.
exactly.
Yeah. And so that's the thing. That's why. So who do you think should be listening to this and should be planning to come and meet you on Saturday?
I think anyone who needs a little bit of encouragement, inspiration, and wants to even laugh a little, you need to come, because I'm going to be sharing how and why, from a scriptural basis, of why we need to take a look at ourselves in the mirror, and to encourage you, because we are all vessels with a treasure planted in us,
Yes.
and there's greatness in us. And I think we complicate that sometimes, and I'm guilty of it too, trying to help God.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
or we have that other syndrome, and I've had that one too,
I
getting
have too.
impatient and not wanting to wait, and or getting down about it, feeling like this delay is a denial. Every delay is not a denial. Sometimes God puts up fences, not necessarily to keep you out, but to
Keep us
protect you.
safe. Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely. I
yes,
agree.
yes,
I definitely agree. Absolutely. I
absolutely.
can't wait to hug your neck on Saturday. And you're
Yeah,
coming
I owe you
from,
a big hug, because you got stories from this pandemic. I mean, I owe you a double, triple hug.
but I said, oh my goodness, I get to see her again and just to be with you and to enjoy your presence. I am looking so forward to that. I really am. All the
Well, I'm
ladies are
looking forward
excited.
to it. We're gonna all leave there inspired, myself included, to go back and get back in the mirror and examine our thoughts, our
Absolutely.
minds, and our hearts. Our heart.
Absolutely.
If we don't do things with the right heart, God knows.
I
So I'm
know it.
looking
I know
forward
it.
to it too.
And I'm setting the room up. So I have an icebreaker involving the mirror. We're going to get
Yes,
used to her.
I'm bringing a little posse with me.
Uh-oh, bring your posse. Bring the
And
posse
I've
out.
invited all of my Facebook friends as well. I hope that some of them will confirm plans to come.
Well, I would love to see them there. I'm gonna reach out to Fred and Cynthia and tell them that you're going to be in the city. But I
Yes.
really, really, really look forward to you being there and sharing with us and doing your magnificent what you do already. And I thank you for your yes. I thank you for saying yes, like immediately, like long before you got the details. You were like, "Yeah, girl."
Well, thank you again for
Yeah.
inviting me, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, we are looking forward to you being there. And if you're listening to this, you're invited to join us on March the 28th from 11 to 2 o'clock Eastern Time here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, at the New Mount Carmel Missionary Baptist Church, where our keynote is Miss Sherre Bishop. She's going to bring it. She's bringing all the things. And so we can't wait to see her. So,
Looking forward to it.
what one takeaway would you like the people listening to this interview to have as I close?
Well, the one takeaway is, I guess I would say the scripture, Psalm 139:23. If you can't make it, at least take some time, whether you're coming or not, take some time to take a look at that scripture, because I'm so excited that they picked that scripture and that theme. Take a look at it, because it's deep.
Absolutely.
It's David asking God, search me, search my heart,
Search me,
search my
Lord.
anxious thoughts. See, and look, that last part, see if there's any wicked way in me. Be honest with yourself. So that's your takeaway. Do your homework. because you got an assignment to fulfill. Because as a woman or whoever you are in the mirror.
I love it. I love it. So I will see you Saturday. Thank you for this.
Thank you, sis. I'll see you soon.
Absolutely.
I love you.
And tell the posse, y'all get here safely. We can't wait to see you.
All right, we'll do.
All right. My name is
Thank
Linda
you.
Murray Bullock. They call me the business plug. I just tuned you into the woman in the mirror on Saturday, March the 28th. Come join us. It's a live performance. You are going to tell your friends and bring your bestie with you. We'll see you Saturday. If not, I will see you Sunday here on the Business Plugs Mixer. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.